And like my brother tells me all the time, bro, like bro, you don't know, you really, your name's really out here, bro. Cats really, these cats, they really, the streets cats, they love you, like they really look up to you.
Yeah.
And I'd be like,
You get mentioned a lot. A lot.
it's just.
I've been around for 7+ years. I've heard your name a lot.
You see I'm Southside reppin', Bigfoot steppin', Zone 3 section is God flow perfection. Hating on the church like I ain't blessed they section. If we ain't talking money, I got a weak connection. That's on the hood. She said get a bag, so I get it, got it good. Don't complain about my problems, I just put it in a wood. Seen a genie the other day, she said make it good. So I wish for good health, then I wish to look. It's chief, not lieutenant.
Another episode of Live on Lake Street. It's a new year. First guest of the year. We got VARMAH Morris in the building, man. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Always a pleasure.
So let's get into it, man. I know you said you didn't want to talk. You don't want to give me your Mount Rushmore, but I think more importantly, from somebody of your stature that's been doing what you've been doing for so long, what I would like is just your input on what you think. Do you think that having these Mount Rushmores are a good thing, a bad thing?
I mean, it just makes it makes the artists here want to work for the spot, because you get everybody here that says they the best and this and the thing, and it kind of brings me back to, like, yesterday I was watching something on Instagram, and it's a good friend of mine, Ray Daniels, and he was saying when people come up to him and say, manage me, they don't understand what that means.
Right.
Like, everybody feels like I need a manager. And I say this to artists that I work with right now, like, I got to believe in you and see a vision, because it's like it takes all the contacts in my phone, all my resources, you know what I'm saying? It's going to take money at some point in time. And people don't understand the jits to everything around it. Like, they understand manager, oh, you a manager, you know everybody, but it's like you got to have something to manage, because management means I put you as a priority.
Right. So, okay, so you say people don't understand. So my question to that then is, why don't people understand, and how do we get them to understand? Because I agree with you on some level, but, like, then we need to have, I think there needs to be more, and maybe it happens here, I don't know, teaching moments. Seems like people are having a hard time being willing to be taught, though.
It's teaching moments, and I've spoke to Inferno and Jay Estate and, you know, and DJ Advance, and all my resources are here, you know, in the Bill that owns Gold Room. We spoke to that, and even I had a conversation with my brother Ninja, and we were just saying, like, people here don't study the game. Right. And it's like, if we bring a seminar in, like Inferno was saying, if we brought a seminar in here, and if he charged like he charged $5 for what the information he gave on here, they're not going to want to pay that. Right. So if I did a seminar where it's a weekend, where they used to do back in the day when I started Power Summit and all that, and charge you $500 to get the information, nobody's going to want to pay that, because they feel like, why they paying for that? That's not going to help them get on.
Yeah.
And it's like, for me, you gotta soak up the game. That's why people don't understand my whole way of getting to where I've got. Like, they just, oh, well, you this, you that. No, it's not that. It's
how did you get to the stature that you're at? What did you do to get yourself there?
I started out really with Tim at Urban Lights.
Shout out to Tim.
I was supposed to be working at my uncle's store next door, but I always snuck away and was in Urban Lights. Yeah. So it was like, at that point, Tim and Roberta had Urban World. They still do Urban World Management, and I was the street team. So it was me and DJ Hot Rod was the street team. He was the head. I was the
Hot Rod from, like, KDWB.
Hot Rod that used to be on B96.
B96. Yeah.
DJ Hot Rod. So we were the ones that go out, pass out flyers, and then it led from that to, from Tim, then it was a guy named DC. It was, rest in peace, Tony Mogul. It was, you know, I started with Michi from Sokaki too, and I just was the flyer guy. Like, you know, I'll go out, hit the clubs, and I'm 15 years old at that time. So it's like when I turned 16 and got a car, it went from passing out flyers to I was carrying Mike Mack's crates at Club Cancun. So I literally
I remember Club Cancun.
I was carrying his crates every Sunday night in for him to DJ. I'd just be sitting in the DJ booth because I was underage.
So you just put yourself in a position,
yeah,
or Tim helped you get into a position.
Tim is still. I still talk to Tim about stuff because like Tim is still my mentor that I talk to. Like I talked to him before Tony Mogul passed away. Him still talk to DC, Mike Mack. I talk to everybody that's been in the past. I mean, and those are the people like even Ray Seville. Like I had the grandfathers, Debonair, like all those guys are uncles and mentors to me, you know what I'm saying? So I learned from them.
So you just soaked up all this game?
Soaked up all the game. It was like I turned from the flyer guy.
I assume worked your ass off.
Yeah, flyer guy to going to the club with Mike every Sunday, and then graduated high school. And start promoting with a friend of mine, or a brother of mine, Damon Schindler. He used to work at Twinstown.
Okay.
And Guy James. We started a company, and we did like T.I., Keisha Cole, and Lil Wayne, and learned the game from that, like on that side.
Yeah.
So then we stopped doing that, and my guy Art was doing transportation for all the artists that came in town. So I jumped into that lane. And that's how I really built my contacts with, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
My contacts that I was getting was I'm the driver, so every time they come in town, I was always driving, so I always had the manager number. So if they had different artists, they come in town, they call me.
And you're the first face they see, first voice they hear, first person they talk to.
So it was that, and then, you know, I later on was behind the scenes with Black and White. Zach and Rome and DJ Twin.
Yep.
I was behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying, just playing my part. You know
what made you want to do this? Like, what was it?
It starts, my family is, you know what I'm saying, like I have a aunt that used to manage Next.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And she was on my mom's side, and then my dad's brother is great friends with Queen Latifah.
That's
so
right.
it was like it was in my blood, but my dad is like he's a journalist, so he was he was a journalist in Liberia, so it's like it was in, but I just chose music.
Yeah. Why not choose being an artist? Can't rap? Can't sing?
I don't really like the limelight. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to be like, I always see the guys behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Always make money and they can actually live their life.
Yeah.
And not have to, you know what I'm saying? Not have to walk around with security or stuff like that.
Yep. So you're doing behind the scenes work and all that, and you're driving and you're carrying equipment and you're doing all that stuff. What made you decide, hey, I want to actually manage artists? Was there a specific artist that came into your life that was like, this makes sense?
With Tim and Berta, my first rodeo, like on the road, being ins and outs, I was Auburn's, like, day to day. I was her road manager / security / and I was her DJ on stage. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? It was back in the day when you had a show CD, so you just put it in and make it look like that, but it's already put together.
Yeah. What happened with Auburn? Like, it's one of the most talented people that we have here.
She signed to J.R. Rodham. I've spoken to her lately. She's doing video stuff. She's still talented, still writing. She's just talented. You know, some people, this industry is kind of like a gift and a curse. Like, some people could take it, some people can't. You know what I'm saying? And she was talented, but it's just like, at that time, you got Sean Kingston, you got her, you got everybody over there, and it's like, you got the labels, back in the day, the labels are like, okay, if you're not, it wasn't all about the internet game. It was single dropping and 106 in Park and all the networks, you know, MTV, what's that shit called? TRL Live or whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was all them things where you had to be in New York and you really had to do press runs and you had to do in stores at CD stores. And,
all of a sudden, that's just not fun anymore.
it's like artists there these days don't understand that. Like having to fly to a city and go to
low-key, they don't have to anymore.
They don't have to, but
Yeah.
back in the day, you had to go to Sam Goody and
For sure.
all that type of
Yep.
stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Mall runs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every time Mall of America, you know, like NSYNC was coming and shutting down Mall of America, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, artists don't have to do that grind no more. Now artists can just put something on YouTube, it takes off, and then they can start off saying they want $20,000 for a show.
Right.
And
Yeah. I mean, it makes you wonder if that's why, you know, when you say these artists don't understand, maybe that's why. It's just everything is so different now.
from my beginning to now, it's a lot easier.
Yep.
And it's a lot easier for, like, back in the day, you had to know somebody to get you a label meet. You know what I'm saying? You had to know the thing. Now it's like you got the platforms, social media.
You make your own platform.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could put you could put your mom as your manager.
Yeah.
And she don't even have to know nothing from in the game. She just know, all right, my son or daughter has a hot single. It's all over the internet. All right, shit, I could say $20,000 a show, and people are gonna pay it.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I think you're the first person that I sat it down across from since the culmination of this show that's an actual manager, an artist manager. And something that I've noticed over the last probably decade-ish, close to a decade, is there's a lot of managers around here in Minnesota that clearly don't really know what they're doing. And it seems to me like that's a huge problem, that it holds a lot of artists back.
But that's the thing. The biggest thing here is I don't walk around and tell everybody I'm a manager.
Yeah.
People use it as like that's their thing.
It's a
like,
status.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's not for me. I'm gonna show you what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Artists don't understand that it's gonna be a lot of stuff where artists want to give up or they're down, and you're basically playing counselor, mom, dad, like big brother situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I've dealt with it on the hierarchy. I'm still dealing with the guys that I'm working with to bring up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like the thing is, you got to build your artists where, as a manager, you want them to be happy at the most, like happy that they working on their craft. Mm-hmm. That's all. As artists, you got to go in the studio. You got to put in bars. Like me being the manager I am, I'm not gonna. I wasn't a rapper before, so I'm not gonna tell you what 16 or how that sounds. I'm gonna give you my opinion how I feel about the record, and that's it. Yeah. But I'm not gonna be we go to the studio right now, and I'm with an artist. I'm gonna be in the lounge area until you're done. I'm not in there with you with the producers. I'm let you do you. I'm gonna do me. You know, if it's some contracts or some shit like I gotta do, that's what I'm doing. I'm not in there telling you where to punch in or where to go. Like I'm gonna tell you how to move, how we moving, all the expenses, how we traveling, that manager stuff.
Yep.
I'm not trying to be an artist, and that's the biggest thing is you got to separate yourself. If you was an artist before, you got to separate and be just a manager. Like you got to let them do their craft.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Let them create with who they want to create with. Don't be I don't fool with him. I don't fool with that his manager. Or I don't fool, like that's the biggest thing in Minnesota.
Yeah,
like everybody wants to be somebody, but I don't like him, so I'm not gonna do a record with him. He hot in St. Paul, but I'm from Minneapolis. I don't fool with him, so I'm not gonna do a record with him. It's like, come on, you got to get past that.
So you think lack of unity is an issue?
Yeah, that's why Atlanta's on. They don't like each other. They don't gotta like each other, but they gonna do records with each other.
Because there's a lot of people do that.
I mean, Chicago is kind of divided, but again, they gonna do records.
Yeah, there's a lot of conversation about why can't we be more like this state? Why can't we be more like this city and that city? Atlanta. But I've never heard anybody say that they are like us, but they just set it aside for the sake of the business.
Yeah,
So you're saying, even if you don't like this guy, fuck it.
It's a record on wax.
If it's beneficial.
Listen, I don't got to like you to make no money with you. That's
true.
That's how, you know what I'm saying? That's how the label look at it.
Yeah.
They don't like you. You're just a dollar sign.
Yeah. They don't even know you. They don't care to know you.
And when you're not making no money, guess what?
Bye. Yep.
See you.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. I had never really thought about that perspective. Like, it don't really matter how you feel about them. If it's beneficial business-wise, fuck it. Do it. Huh. So back to the quote, fake-ass manager thing. Do you think that that's an issue? It feels detrimental to me when I see these guys out here kind of pretending to be managers.
Pick up the manager book. There's a book that teaches you how to read into the industry, learn the industry.
Yes. Or go on YouTube.
I mean, go on YouTube, learn the industry, and know who these people are. The crazy part about it is a lot of people in Minnesota will be like, oh, this, that, and third. That double XL magazine came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you a lot of artists didn't know who none of those people were on there.
Right.
They know the big times. You know Top Dog from TDE. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
This person that manages Jack Harlow because DJ, you know the DJ Drama.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know like Scooter Braun because of Justin. But the other people that are in there, you know what I'm saying? My homegirl Caroline, Bearline as they call her, they probably don't know her, but she's been a part of a lot of good careers.
Yeah.
My guy Wayne at Create, you probably don't know that, but he's on there. You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah. No, that's
My
true.
guy Gravy that's on there that was part of Francis' career. Like people don't know those guys because your manager hasn't been in them offices. But do your homework and find out who they are.
Yeah, and how they got there.
Yeah. I mean, it's Instagram. You can find out who all these A&Rs, who these head guys are at the labels.
Of course. Google too.
Google
will tell you everything. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But people just don't understand. They don't do their homework.
I think they don't care to understand. I think it's laziness.
They hope that they get a hit and it's on YouTube and they can take off. I tell artists all the time, if you in Minnesota and you go out every night of the week to Gold Room and this place and that place, you get a hot single, it's pointless to pay you to book you. You was there for free. Why would I pay you? Well,
plus, if you have a song that goes crazy.
I mean, if you work in a song, I understand going out, networking with Inferno, Vance, DJ Ones, all these guys that's out, you know what I'm saying, DJ Twin, all the guys that are, Ray Mills, these guys that are out, you know what I'm saying, Crew, all these guys that are out in the club, I understand working it, but if you have a manager, that's what his job is.
What about all the people that say that all those DJs you just named are just local DJs? What good does it do to have them playing your shit to the same?
Again, that's where Inferno was on Shade 4-5.
Right.
That's all over the world.
Yep.
Advanced travels. Ray Mills travels.
Yeah. But are they playing those songs?
Because they're not networking, or they don't have, your manager doesn't have that relationship with them. I have that relationship with them. I have a relationship with all those guys.
So relationships.
It's all about that. I have a relationship where if I'm working a record, I can, Inferno, this is what I need you to do. Vance, this is what I need you to do.
Okay.
I can go get them. J Estate, I can go. I have a relationship where I talk to these guys on a regular.
Yeah.
It's not just when I need them. That's the problem with everybody here. Everybody's failed. Like they feel like they bigger than Earth. So it's like, oh, Inferno don't fool with me. Oh, this person don't fool me. I have them relationships with people.
Yeah.
You got to have relationships.
Yeah.
It's got to be a relationship's going to carry the shit longer than anything.
Yes. Yeah. My only pushback to that is that I've heard, and I can only say what I've heard because I don't know. I'm not an artist. That people try to forge relationships with these guys and can't do it because they don't want relationships. So they got to come get a relationship with you, or others, or
I mean, Inferno and all these guys got there's other people they fool with.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always open to help.
Yeah.
But just because I'm open to help don't mean that I'm gonna do it for free.
Of course. Yeah. Of course.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
another thing, too, is investing in yourself. A lot of
gotta-
artists are not investing.
Listen, I tell everybody, if you don't see yourself coming across 250K, trying to break a record on radio and all that, stop rapping. Stop singing.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly with that.
If you're looking for
Get out of the way.
the biggest thing is people always, I need an investor. What you got to understand, somebody's gonna invest their money, their time, their hard-earned money into you.
Yep.
And like my guy Ray said, before you ask for a manager, do you know that you can fire this person at any time? But they done invested all their contacts, money, all times, and then you get hot, and then you say, you know what, I don't want you no more. So that's why it's like hard to find managers that really want to believe and not look at you like business.
Yeah.
I don't want that relationship with artists. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't.
Do you have a roster of artists that you manage?
Right now, on the manager's thing, I'm behind the scenes of Tomorrow Genius.
Okay.
P. Will.
Yeah.
Lil Gutter.
Okay.
I'm working with a guy named Q Hustle.
Okay.
So I mean,
So you keep the roster tight.
I keep it tight, but it's like I gotta have a organically friendship with you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and guys that are managing other artists that are like my brothers. You know, Q that's over there with NLU Skeet.
Mm-hmm.
That's my dog. Like we talk all the time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Mayhem, I talk to him all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. If I feel like somebody's saying something or something ain't right, I'm gonna tell them how it's going.
Yeah.
You know, Jay Estate, we and him are close. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All them guys I list, I have relationships with. It's just people here don't. They got to come together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I work closely with Nabil. He gave me he gave me one of my first tour shots.
Yeah.
Was with Obi Trice. That's where I really first tour I did was Obi Trice.
You were Obi's road manager,
Yeah.
correct? How was that? That had to be some wild times.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll give props to Obi because dealing with Obi taught me how to deal with any artist in this industry.
Really? He's a wild guy.
Because Obi drinks a lot,
Yeah.
and dealing with a person that drinks a lot can prepare you to deal with every drug artist that these artists use. You know what I'm saying? Like, dealing with Obi, that was great. I mean, the bill gave me and my brother, Big Q, a start because Big Q does security now for a lot of major guys.
Okay.
But,
Yep.
that was our first tour together. And
What's the name of his?
Next Level.
Next
Security.
Level. Yep. Okay.
So, I mean, he gave a start to Q. I mean, my other brother Will with WW Protection.
Okay.
Big Corey with, Roper Security Service.
Yep.
I think that is.
So you started with Obi as security?
I started road management.
Road manager. Okay.
Big Q was the security.
Anything crazy happen on tour with Obi that you can tell? Any stories you can
I
tell?
mean, it's always crazy. with Obi. I mean, it's just, he took me, I ain't gonna lie to you, he took me to Canada for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And that border, I ain't gonna lie to you, that's the craziest thing.
The border between here and Canada?
Yes.
Really?
Like, you gotta get in, and it's like, they probably run your record from when you came out the womb to.
They don't want you there. Yeah.
They don't want you there. But
Yeah. Dudley
we got
do
in there.
right.
We got in there, and I mean, it was a great experience because I learned. That was my first time with a tour with a Sprinter.
Yeah.
People didn't know back then. People didn't know what it was.
Is this when he was newly signed to Shady or
No, this after
after Shady? Okay.
This is when he started his own label, B&Me, I think it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you also worked closely. You were road manager for, drawing a blank.
I'll give you the list. I started with Obi.
Yep.
Went from Obi. I did RL from the group Next.
That's right, RL.
Did him for like 4 years. Then I did the group for like a year.
Mm-hmm.
Next. Then during that situation, I actually got a phone call from a mentor to me named Dre Davis that he managed it. He was on the road with Keisha Cole, K. Michelle. He was actually on the road with Herbo at the time.
Herb, that's what I was trying to think
Yeah,
of. For some reason.
called me. He was like, man, I got this young kid. I think you would fit in with him. I went to Phoenix the first time, and like none of his homies said nothing to me.
This is when he was still Lil Herb, right?
Yeah.
Before
No,
he was
this was
Herbo.
when he was G Herbo.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he, cause none of his homies said nothing to me. And the craziest thing about it was like, it was in a Sprinter, and they was like, oh, we ain't got no room for him. He got to fly. So I had to fly for like the first 5 cities until they finally like
got to know you a little
got
bit.
to know me.
Hmm.
And the crazy thing is, it was Herb, I think, his brother, and then it's actually my guy KM. That's actually Lil Zay Osama's manager now.
Okay.
He was actually working with Herb. He was doing assistant work. I think assistant enrollment, like / same thing I came in to do. And then it was G Money. That's Bibby's brother.
Yep.
So G Money was on the road. So I built a relationship with them guys.
Yeah.
I mean, Herb still, that's my little brother. Love him to death.
Still got a relationship with him?
Yeah.
Now, even though he's blowing up now.
Yeah. It's always gonna be, always love there for him. You know what I'm saying? He showed me a lot in the 4 or 5 years I was with him. Got me into doors that nobody else got me into. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
what happens that ends a business relationship like that? They just get too big, or
you just got, you know what I'm saying? It's no love loss. It's just sometimes you outgrow a person, or you have issues within, and you have to you just separate.
Yeah.
I can't elaborate on exactly.
Sure.
But I mean, we just seen each other a couple weeks ago. It's good.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing,
So how did you eventually kind of like break down that wall of all of his people that were with him from jump, looking at you like you're an outsider? How do you eventually break down that wall?
I still talk to them on a regular. So
I'm saying when they wouldn't talk to you.
I mean, you got to realize with Chicago artists, they don't like new people. So you just got to feel and work your way in. You can't just force your way, because then they going to think you want some police shit, or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
So you just got to gain trust.
Gain trust. It comes over time.
How do you do that?
I mean, you just got to work. I mean, Herb is the media doesn't see the funny acting. Like, y'all see it now, but y'all don't see the funny, like, outgoing Herb, like that. The world don't see him like him, like on dancing and doing all that stuff. That's Herb on a normal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's at so it's a good situation over there. Shout out to Mickey. You know what I'm saying? That's his manager.
So you also have the automotive side of business as well. What does that entail?
Transportation. I came back home probably last November, and it was like concerts. Transportation, it's a niche of mine where,
So it started from when you used to be the guy that would go pick up the artists and bring them to the show.
So it's
and all
like
that.
when I was gone, really it was like certain other people, you know what I'm saying? Like my guy Chevy was doing some stuff with transportation. Like he was, he was moving actually. He was moving around with artists on the road, like, you know what I'm saying? He would, go drive, move them around, but I came back and it was like, I was thinking about it, and then it was like, shows are coming in. It's like, I got to rent vehicles, because it's like people are calling, like, man, you still do transportation? You know what I'm saying? My local guys, security guys are hitting me like, man, you in Minnesota? We coming in? Can you? So I just was like, all right, I'm about to jump back into it.
So you just went and got your own fleet of vehicles rather than renting?
Nah, yeah. I got one vehicle now, because it's like it's slow season, so I'm gonna get more coming in this next season.
Okay.
Just get them, and then I'm gonna try to just put guys in position to run the company. I'm gonna just fall back, and I'll do certain clients but I'm gonna just put them in position. You know what I'm saying?
That's the dream right there.
I mean, I gotta give props to my brother Ninja. He helps me with a lot of stuff, like sees my vision and stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, people don't understand he's kind of one of them guys here too. That,
We got to get him up here too for sure.
yeah, I was just talking to him before I got here. Like, I'm going to do the interview, and he was like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it."
He said he thinks he's gonna do it.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna make sure it happens.
Yeah, he's got to come up here.
Yeah.
Too influential to not come up here and talk
yeah,
this
we're
shit.
gonna get him up here. Then it's a done deal.
Yeah, we definitely got to do that.
But I mean, it's a lot of stuff that people just don't understand. I mean, shout out to my guy Michi Sokaki. We do a lot. I do a lot of stuff with him. The Bill. I mean, for everybody that I shouted out, I do a lot of business. I mean, just.
So I want to broach the subject that we've been talking about a lot lately about these gatekeepers. You have thoughts? Are there gatekeepers?
The crazy thing is, I was
I had a lot of people tell me you're a gatekeeper.
I was in Houston and I was working Master P gig, and my phone keeps on going off, and it's Jay's thing, and it was like Tim called me. He was like, "What's up, gatekeeper?" and then my guy Black Madonna,
Yeah.
he he's actually my barber, so
Okay.
yeah, so he's like, "Am I talking to the gatekeeper?" Like, so I feel like a lot of people don't feel like they are gatekeepers. I mean, I feel like the thing is, people have to understand this whole gatekeeper thing. I don't want to seem like, oh yeah, I don't want to be the person that say like I'm shutting the gate. I'm gonna open it.
I think that's a key to the conversation is we talk about gatekeepers as if there's only a negative connotation and there doesn't have to be.
See, this is the thing. The thing about Minnesota is people have to look at the people that have made waves for Minnesota, and people don't give these people props.
Okay.
Like, you've had a lot of them on here where you had Ski, and people don't know that Ski gave me my first job with T-Mobile, passing out sidekicks at the mall.
I did not know that.
Ski was the T-Mobile guy.
Shout
I
out to
had
Ski.
a sidekick. He couldn't tell me nothing. I was in high school with a sidekick. Like, everybody's. You know,
I had one too. I was in high school with a sidekick.
What I'm saying, at that time, we and this is crazy because we went to rival high schools.
Yep.
So I'm at Moundsview with a sidekick, and it's like,
Not a lot of people had them.
no, but it's like we went to school with well-off kids.
Yeah.
So it was like they had them, but it's like, for me, I'm used to a prepaid, 3 minutes after 9.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had a cell phone, but
I had that too. Yeah.
So people don't give Minnesota people the props, and that's another thing with these artists. It's like people don't Minnesota Fats. I call him and talk to him all the time. I had advice. Ryan, you know what I'm saying? People don't understand. Ryan has been in the industry and is a heavyweight in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Tim, you know what I'm saying? They don't give these people, you know what I'm saying? They stare away from these people.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are maybe some. I can't speak on Tim, and I can't. I mean, I guess I really can't necessarily speak on Fats or Ryan either. The only thing I'll say about Fats and Ryan is they don't seem to really want the flowers. To me, like, they're not out in front. Like, hey, look at me over here. I'm working, doing all this shit for people. So it's like, I think a lot of people don't know because they don't necessarily want people to know. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's just do your homework.
True. I agree with that part.
You know what I'm saying? Do your homework. Like,
yes.
It's just, Fats is probably the most lovable person to help somebody.
Okay.
But everybody wants to stay away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get in between. Like, if you feel some type of way about Fats, like, we still gonna have a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always feed into helping everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, my brother tells me all the time, bro, like, you don't know. You really, your name's really out here, bro. Cats really, these cats, they really, the streets cats, they love you. Like, they really look up to you.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, huh?
You get mentioned a lot. A lot.
It's just,
I've been around for 7+ years. I've heard your name a lot.
You gotta be humble. That's the number one thing.
Yeah.
Don't have I'm not the one thing about me. I'm not too prideful. I'll work the front door at Gold Room and drive the car.
Yeah.
And then be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the person, like, you gotta realize people like, oh man, this, that, and the person. You know, I know Whack. You know what I'm saying? When we came, I didn't reach out to him, you know, try to get, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's cool. Got love for Kanye. I'm not gonna press the issue to try.
Wait, you said you know Whack?
Yeah, Whack.
So were you? Wait. So hold on. Okay, good. I'm glad you said that. Do you remember? So when all that shit was going on here with the Donda Academy was here and all that, and you remember there was the video that popped up with Whack allegedly helping Kanye broke down on the side of the road?
Yeah, I seen that.
Did that really happen?
I don't know. You never know with Whack. I ain't gonna lie to you. You got a lot of love for Whack because like people, you know, I know him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I met through driving game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Met him, seen him a couple times in L.A. when I was out there. But we ain't talked when he was here for that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know he was here. I know he was here, and I talked to Gilly the kid, because you know, I got a good relationship with him. But he had told me Wallow was here, so it was like he's straight. He was like, yeah, he with Kanye, so he don't need no transportation. But
so you didn't link up with anybody when they were here for all that?
I seen him at the game.
You went to the game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of I feel like that was a good look for Minnesota.
Yeah, of course.
Do you think that we capitalized on it, though? Because I kind of think we didn't.
I mean, it was good.
I think when a big event happens like that, there's got to be some type of capitalization. I don't know what that means necessarily, but...
I mean, Kanye is just... Kanye can't...
Yeah.
Kanye is a different animal.
Yeah, I mean, Javante Patton got in front of him.
Javante is a different animal, too.
That's true. No, you're not.
People don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? He's really an animal.
He really is. I learned even more when we interviewed him. It was
great. I mean, he's a great person.
He is definitely great dude, entertaining, and wildly successful in his music career.
But he grinds. He does his own work.
Yeah, people could take a couple pages out of his book too.
Nobody understands it.
Yeah.
Boy, get Billboard records.
How do we teach them, man? How do we get this? How do we?
Minnesota has to come to the point where people want to learn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So these summits need to happen.
People here want to hate on the next man. You know, I hear it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't doing this or he ain't doing that. And it's like, I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, support each other. It don't cost you nothing to support nobody. On these clothing lines, they music, it don't cost you nothing to share their music.
Yeah, that's true.
It don't cost you nothing to support. It costs you some stuff to buy some clothes, but you gonna go buy Nike and Adidas and all that stuff at the mall.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Go support your local brands.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're definitely right.
You gotta support. It's people don't understand, like, even with transportation, like, people will be like, oh, what you charge? But if they really want that car, they're going to go play Eclipse. They're going to go pay them people.
Yep.
So let's work together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to work it out. I'm not going to bust your head, but I'm not going to, friendly discount, and then I have an overhead that I got to pay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, definitely. I feel you.
I support, you know what I'm saying? Like, my brothers that are doing all the security stuff, like, if somebody needs security, I'm going to send it to them. You know what I'm saying?
So are you looking for artists to add to your roster right now or no? If somebody wanted to be managed by VARMAH Morris, what would be the process?
I mean, it's going to take, I got to see and see your work ethic and see you believe in you.
So if they wanted to, they could reach out to you.
Yeah.
And say, look, I want you to be my manager.
I'm out. I see people. I speak to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the person that's like head up, sitting at a table. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk to me.
Yeah.
I walk. I'm normally by myself. You know what I'm saying? With a few other people, but I'm able to talk to. I'm gonna give you. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to me. I'm gonna give you the number to call. It's just you gotta understand. Don't hit me with I'm the hottest. I need to be managed and this, that, and third. have all your ducks together.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If I say, all right, I need you to do this, 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 that, and the third, be ready to spend that money to go do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Don't come up to me like, I get calls all the time now, like everybody, Lil Meech is getting ready to come here. Now everybody like, oh, man, put me in the mix with him. I've been knowing Lil Meech for years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Been knowing him for years. He hangs around Herb. He hangs around Southside, 808 Mafia. Like, I've been knowing him. You know what I'm saying? But I let him be who he is. I'm not going to bring people around him and crowd his space. Every celebrity that I've ever worked with, I'm not going to bring them in their space. You know what I'm saying? When I'm around Herb, when I was around Herb, I'm going to bring it. But if they vibe is off, it's off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People was hitting me up when Polo was here, like, you know what I'm saying? I've been knowing Polo since he first started. And he was like, the people like, oh, come, man, can I get this? I'm like, he got 25 people with him from Chicago.
Yeah.
It's 25 different attitudes, mood swings he got to deal with, bro.
Yeah.
I can't force him to meet you or talk to you right now. He probably not in the mood.
Yeah.
You got to know that, because if you don't know that about artists, that's when it's like Minnesota gets labeled as the biggest male groupie city.
Yeah.
And it's like, that'd be crazy to me. Like,
right. And if you're the one that puts them in a position, now that makes you look crazy.
yeah. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, people just be yourself. These celebrities are human.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing. Like, I don't like, people always say, oh, man, you've been around this person, you've been around that person. Yeah, because you got to be yourself and know that they human too.
Yeah. I agree.
I've been around. You know, I realize I've been around all these top guys.
It's the whole reason I will never fanboy out over any celebrity, because that's just another person.
I mean, you doing the right thing. You doing a blog.
Yeah.
Just always, the one thing with your blog is make sure you don't drop no non-facts, because then it's going, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get research.
Yeah.
You know?
I will never drop non-facts. Somebody might sit there and drop some facts. And
Man, listen, don't drop facts. Don't drop no non-facts. I mean, even if the person does, as long as they ain't come out of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen the interview. Who just said that you resemble Adam or whatever his name is.
Marvelous.
Yeah, from No Jumper. I mean, I met him a few times. It's like, you just got to know what you're getting yourself in. This blog shit is different.
It definitely is. I've been doing it for a while. This has been the most heat I've ever been under, but I enjoy this. And I'm going to keep doing it. And if people who are mad about it, they can be mad about it. This is fun. I'm having fun. I'm having a great time.
You got to have fun. If you want, that's one thing about people they don't understand. Like, in this music industry, like, I always was told, if you ain't having fun at your job,
yeah,
you're not going to like it.
That's a fact.
You're not going to like it.
That's
so
a
make
fact.
the best out of everything. You got to say,
and it's what you spend most of your time doing, so.
You got to realize, man, through this music industry, or through this being on the road, bro, I done seen Nigeria, I done seen a bunch of places in Europe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I done seen the whole Canada, like, I done seen all the states.
Got a lot of opportunity out of this. How
you
could
know,
you not love it?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You fly, you know what I'm saying? You get to really learn, like, certain things at the airport, and I done enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, it's got to really, I done been a part of certain things that, you know, I don't know if you probably seen it, everybody's tagged me in the Juice Wrld documentary.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, everybody's.
You had a connection with him.
Yeah, dude. I mean, to be real with everybody, like, I met him through Herb.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He was managed by Bibby and G Money.
Yep.
And we were always around. There's some family over there.
Yeah.
So Juice was a great person.
Yeah.
Overall, great person. Like, I don't get into it. Everybody's like, oh, well, he was crying for help. I don't get into that, because at the end of the day, bro, he was fighting his own demons.
Yeah.
So you can't, with artists, they be fighting their own demons, and they have their own ways of fighting them.
Yep.
You only can advise, but overall, used to call him Baby Michael Jackson.
Yeah, and he was like, to go back to what you said earlier, that's a human being. He's a human being.
He had his own way of his work ethic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, I seen a man do 10 songs in one day.
Yeah. Talented kid. One of my kids' favorites. Juice WRLD gets played in my house a lot.
Like, I brought my nieces and nephews to the show when he was here, and it was like he didn't act weird. Nothing. He took pictures with him, talked to him, joking with him. Great kid.
R.I.P. Juice WRLD, man. Seemed like a really nice kid. Big loss.
That was a hard thing because you got to realize we always used to go to the house. So
I can't watch that documentary. I've heard too much sad shit about it. Can't watch it.
Oh man, I had to watch it. When I, everybody tagging me in the thing, it's like I've been there.
So you weren't really seeing anything that you probably didn't already see.
I mean, it's Juice.
Yeah.
Baby Mike, ain't nothing.
You mentioned that Lil Meech is coming to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Is it for like an appearance or what's he coming here for?
He's coming to Gold Room, I think, this Saturday.
Okay. What are the chances you could get him to come here?
I mean, I gotta reach out and see. I mean, I don't know if he's not. This is all new to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I would love to sit down with Meech. I'm a big fan.
Yeah,
Very big fan.
I'm gonna reach out and see. I mean, I'll put it to him. I mean, it's just hard with these guys. Of course. Because, he's got so much going on.
Well, if you could just let him know, I would love to sit down with him.
Yeah,
If he's got 15, 20 with me,
DJ Twin has said something about you was trying to get Polo. He ain't tell me till after.
Polo would be great, too. I mean, a lot of the guys that it's like you and your conglomerate bring here, people that I would love to talk to. And for two, my kids would go crazy because that's my kids' demographic. Yeah. I remember when I said I might get a chance to talk to Polo, my oldest sent me a text. He's like, "Can you just have him say happy birthday to my friend? It's his favorite artist." I'm like, all right.
That's the number one thing when I was with her was like, you got to catch them in the right mood. When they in the mood, and they'll do it.
Yeah. Getting artists that when they come here to come and do a platform here, that's a good look for us as well, for the city as well.
You just got to start. I mean, now that me and you, we connected, it's just reaching out. I mean, I'm going to make sure that, Ninja come up here and do the interview. I want to make sure, I'm working with a lot of kids that, P. Will, Tomorrow, they, you know what I'm saying, they working.
Yeah.
P. Will's really talented, Tomorrow's talented, he's just working, you know what I'm saying, working. That's the biggest thing. You got to keep on. You got to outwork the horse.
Yeah, man. Well, shit, I got nothing else for you, but I appreciate your time. This has been insightful. And
I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you taking out time of your day.
Of course, man.
I don't really do this, but
no. So I'm glad you did. I'm glad you came and did this with me.
I mean, it's great information. People just got to study and build these relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't sit here and be like, oh, Minnesota ain't on. Oh, you just that. Build these relationships.
Yeah.
Build these relationships. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid of certain things. You got to travel. You got to get out of Minnesota. But your network should be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just build. It's easy now. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
It's easy. You got a platform like you. You got, you know what I'm saying, the other guys that are here. You know what I'm saying? You got a platform. You got Dolo Hour. You know what I'm saying? That you got all these. You know what I'm saying? Just build your platform. Work.
Yeah. Plenty of options.
Don't sit there and be like, oh man, I ain't gonna make it. Stop saying you're the hardest artist. Let them find you. Let these A&Rs find you.
That's a fact.
Let them find you.
Yes.
Don't. That's the number one. I'm gonna tell every artist that's watching this.
Yeah.
Don't come up to anybody of my caliber, anybody that's in this industry, Inferno, Vance, all these DJs guys like Twin. Don't come up saying you're the hottest artist.
Anybody ever says that to me,
and I'm gonna tell everybody
you're not.
That's watching this. Go back and watch Inferno's interview and put your notepad together.
Yes.
That's going to save you a lot of money. It's going to gain you some stuff that you never said before.
Yep. I mean, for that matter.
Watch all these interviews, really, to be honest with you, because Ski gave you some input.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Ski Gates, man.
Javonte Patton dropped some gems.
Javonte, Jay Estate, everybody that's came on here, just watch the interviews.
Yeah.
You ain't doing nothing but learning.
$1 million worth of game on all these interviews, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, that's a person we going to put something together.
Hey.
We going to put something together. I've been talking to Jay. I've been talking to everybody. I'm going to get 2022, I'm going to do a little, like how Revolt used to do.
Yep, a little summit.
Yeah. Weekend, but
yeah.
I'm just going to have to make it affordable because, you know, they don't want to pay.
Yeah, or just make it exclusive. The people that are willing to pay will be there, and the ones that aren't won't get the gems. They won't get it.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Let's see some. Yeah, so
tell them, look into the camera, tell them where to find you, and any closing statements.
Find me on Instagram at Morris Management _ LLC, I think it is. But Mr. Morris Management, you can find that page, and then my transportation page is Morris Transportation. You know what I'm saying? All the information's there. Just don't flood me with links to your stuff and all that stuff. Just common conversation, you know what I'm saying? Input. You trying to get a consultant, just know that comes with a fee.
Yep.
And I'm not trying to be, I'm bigger than anybody, but I appreciate the people that are here that's putting on for the city, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that are doing stuff for the city. Support. That's all y'all got to do is support.
I like it.
You know, support, you know, all my brothers' companies, Next Level Protection, WW Protection, you know what I'm saying, Side Chick, you know what I'm saying, Lord Saint, Captain Rebel, all the stuff that's going on. That let's stick together and build Minnesota up. Let's stop this. I can't do this violent stuff. Come on, man. Let's just get the city on. We come together, we going to be the new Atlanta. We going to be the new, you know, L.A. Just we can put this city on. I
think we're on our way. I do. I feel good about things. I think 2022 is going to be a big
if he don't get back to you in 24 hours or anything, just know that he doing his homework.
Just relax. Relax.
He did his homework.
Just relax.
He did his homework. I don't know how he did it, but he did his homework on it.
I do my best, man. I work my ass off today.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate your time, man. It's been another episode of Live on Lake Street. Follow me everywhere at Jake Faircloth1. Yeah.
Damn, what in high school, I let it blam, what I wasn't playing, what I'm coming straight out the south. Hey, genius, best watch your mouth. When I put up on P&B right, then ain't he come out. You moving ounces, I just moved 100 things in a drought. You want the south side, outside the fence of your house. You talking all that, then wanna come talk it out. If you ain't talking money, you talking about.